Hi guys, H here. Tottenham are on the box tonight. We're playing Borussia Dortmund in the return leg in Germany, and I'm just running a few errands at the moment, so thought I'd upload a quick preview vid and give my thoughts on the game. Now, for those of you who've been living on another planet for the last 3 weeks, Tottenham did win the reverse fixture at Wembley 3-0, and that was without Harry Kane and Dele Alli as well. So since then, Harry Kane has been back. We've had a really woeful week in the Premier League, yielding 1 point from 3 fixtures, that being Burnley, Chelsea and Arsenal. And you know, if we're being honest, and if I'm being honest, we were lucky against Arsenal as well, really. Aubameyang having bottled a penalty in the last few minutes of the game. I mean, Laurie saved, but I mean, to be honest with you, I probably could have saved that penalty myself. So so that was the good news. We didn't lose that game, and we're still got a slight gap, although it's a bit of a worry, our form of late. And it, strangely enough, for me, it's coincided with Harry Kane coming back. Now, I'm not sure what's going on. I mean, because with Harry Kane out, Son stepped up to the plate and scored some vital goals for us. And all of a sudden, Harry Kane's back and Son has not scored a goal. So I'm just wondering whether they occupy the same space, because something's not quite right. And that'll be something for Maurizio to look at and work out what's happening. The good news is Dele Alli is now back into training, with a view to him being on the bench. During Maurizio Pochettino's press conference, he said that he's hopeful that Dele Alli will be on the bench for Southampton, which is another story because they've just put in a really good performance against Manchester United, and Manchester United just about eked across the line against them. So you know, I'm potentially worried about that game as well. But let's get onto this game. Like I said, we're 3-0 up from the first leg. If anyone knows Tottenham, we do like to make things hard. I recall being 3-0 up against Inter Milan a few years back in the Europa League, and going 3-0 down, and having to score a goal in the last few minutes to eke through that tie. And look, you know, I watched the press conference, Pochettino's press conference, and he was unhappy that obviously Dortmund have had their fixture put back to Friday, giving them an extra day's rest, which, you know, I do understand, and I do sympathise with him, actually. I mean, Reigns have actually completely called their game off to concentrate on Arsenal on Arsenal Day, which is it's now affectionately known as Thursday nights. So yeah, so I can understand with him and sympathise with him with the fact that he actually, you know, he feels that we're being shortchanged by the FA, really, by the Premier League, having to play on Saturday and then play on Tuesday. Having said that, part of me does worry, but then, you know, I look at the scoreline and I think 3-0. I mean, surely 3-0 is good enough. It's you know, surely we as Tottenham can't mess this one up. I do believe we'll get through to the next round. If I was to give a score line, I think it'll probably be, if I'm being honest, I think it'll probably be, I think they will score. Yeah, I think it'll be 2-1 Dortmund, actually. I'm going to go.
They'll win.
I think they'll. That's Maya who's recording, because obviously I'm driving the car at the moment. So Maya, who's normally in all my videos, is recording behind the camera today. Team news: Trippier was left at home, and thank God.
Which is not surprising.
Yeah, thank God for that, because I think he's been woeful personally the last couple of games, and Aurier is being drafted in, so I expect Aurier to play. I actually expect Ben Davies to play as well, and I think we're going to go a back 5. Actually, I think today calls for a bit of caution, and I think 5 at the back will work well today. I actually think Sanchez had a poor game against Arsenal. I think actually he will be dropped and Foyth will come into his place. Other than that,
Foyth played for Champions League.
Yeah, and he played in the last Champions League game against Dortmund. So I expect Foyth to come back in. I expect obviously Jan and Alderweireld to make up that back five. There's a late fitness test as well, Maya, for Harry Winks. So hopefully that he will be back into that.
I want him to. I think he's an asset.
Yeah, I think he was missed. I mean, I know people can't say that he's a ball keeper, but I think he recycles the ball pretty well. And I mean,
he hasn't got like the best tricks or anything. He keeps it quite simple, but that's what we need. We don't want to mess anything up.
Yeah, and he pushes the ball forward. He actually plays the ball. It's not, people keep saying side to side, but I actually think he's one that actually does push the ball forward. And I think him and Sissoko have struck a really good partnership for me, and they're doing well. So I'd like to see Harry Winks obviously pass the fitness test and have them two there, and then I just think that it won't change. Actually, strange enough, I say it won't change. Eriksen's been quite poor of late, and
very poor.
And actually, I wouldn't be upset to see potentially Lamela.
I don't think he's impacted the game.
What do you think? Do you think Lamela for Eriksen today, Maya? I mean, do you think?
Honestly, when I don't even realise that Eriksen is playing anymore. If I'm honest with you, it used to be a thing where Eriksen can step up, he can score a goal. You don't really turn to that anymore.
Yeah, I have to. Honestly, I totally agree with you.
When was the last time he scored from a free kick? Honestly, we used to rely on him all the time for a free kick.
Last time I can remember, he scored 2 against. I'm sure it was Cardiff. A long time ago, but
they used to be his thing, really.
Yeah, they did. I mean, he's just I don't know. He's just. I mean, he's always been one of these players that kind of goes in and out of form. But I mean, obviously
he's been out of form then for a long time.
I mean, he scored 5 in 11 games. I mean, he scored the winner against Burnley, didn't he? He scored against Cardiff as well. He also scored the against. Inter Milan in the Champions League in a must-win game. So he's an influential player and a great player personally.
I mean, when I used to think of Eriksen, I used to think of him up there with Kane, Ali, Son.
Definitely, yeah. I think maybe he's missing. I think we are missing Ali, and he's been out for 6 weeks, and
I think them two do play alongside each other.
Yeah, definitely.
We're passing the stadium. We're going.
Yeah, we're passing the stadium now actually, so we are on the A406 actually, so if we get a good shot at the stadium, then we'll try to get that in for you guys. But yes, I mean, Son has to play personally. I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to seeing.
I think Son's been on point.
He's been on point, but he's got quiet the last couple of games because I think Harry Kane.
When Harry Kane steps in, I think it's all the light.
I think they go into each other's spaces. That's my problem. I think Son.
But I also think Harry Kane wants more goals for himself. That's the main thing he thinks about.
Which isn't a bad thing. He is a striker, and he's got the end of the day.
But there's been times where, for example, a free kick has been taken by Harry Kane when it should be taken by Eriksen.
Yeah, but then Eriksen hasn't scored in.
But maybe we haven't given him enough chances.
But it's a tough one. I think he does have a lot of chances, and he's just been pathetic at free kicks. Maya, you should be able to see the stadium there. Can you see it? Yeah, I mean we're coming around.
We're near IKEA.
We're coming around the back of IKEA, so there's a good view of IKEA there. And I should be popping onto
once we get here,
the 1055, and hopefully when we chuck a left, I mean I can see it from the corner of my eyes there through the gates.
So can I.
I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see it, but I mean, of course it looks absolutely stunning, the stadium.
I think we'll get a better view.
By the way, I obviously in a previous video I posted that Huddersfield could be the first game or Brighton, and I read an article in the paper saying that there's been a beer delivery of Heineken. Lots of kegs have been spotted at the new stadium, and it's kind of believed that that we played our last game at Wembley. Now it's all speculation, and I follow Chris Cowlin on YouTube, and he's fantastic videos that he does for us Spurs fans regarding the stadium. And he seems to think it's also the case that the stadium will host the last 5 games. So personally, I think
that would be good to get us ready.
Oh, I
to
think.
settle in for next season? Because once we go in next season, we're going in to win the title.
Oh, we have to. I think if we could get the 5 games, and there's a free
It stops that settling in period for next season.
for next season
so
as well.
we just go in there and we win games.
And obviously because of the international week and the fact that we're at the FA Cup, we've got a 3-week break. I mean, it's perfect really for Tottenham to do these 2 test events that need to be done. So hopefully that will be the case. And like I said, we'll open the stadium and then we'll have the last 5 games, and it'll give us that push because we've gone from kind of being on the periphery of a title challenge to now a scrap for top 4 place.
I mean, look how quickly that changes for us.
Oh yeah, a week in football is a week in football is like a year.
Yeah, but a week in football for us is like another story.
Unbelievable. I mean, we may see the stadium again actually when we kind of skip past this set of traffic lights. I'm not sure whether we will, but we might see it. But there's big trees in the way and stuff, so we may not see it there. But tonight, yeah, coming back to it, like I said, I think Sissoko and Winks, if they pass the fitness test, will play. And then I think obviously Eriksen's a favourite of Pochettino, so I can't see him dropping him. However, I can see maybe Son getting a rest and Lamella playing.
He's been playing a lot.
Potentially. Kane no doubt will start. So I mean that's what.
Whenever Kane is an option, he starts. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
we noticed that as soon as he came back from his injury.
I mean, when we did the preview for the Burnley game, Maya, we said that we wouldn't have started him, and I
think that's where the mistake was made.
Yeah, 100%. But like I said, Poch hasn't done a lot wrong since he's been there. Arguably.
But I think that is one of his mistakes. He doesn't sometimes play the correct people, or when he does need to make substitutions, he makes the right ones, but he makes them too late for them to make an impact in the game. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I think there's something that he can look at. But again, I understand where he's coming from. We're not getting any breaks. Like I said, like he's upset about the fact that Dortmund have got more time than us to prepare. The fact that the stadium has taken as long as it has. I mean, it has been a war of attrition. I like using that word, but it has been a war of attrition for us this year, and I think that. We've done remarkably well, and I have to agree with them, Poch. They have been heroes. The Tottenham players, for me, have been heroes. I mean, what they've done, is nothing short of amazing. I mean, 38 away games last year, pretty much, 33 away games this year, if the stadium is open for the last 5.
Considering where we are,
I mean,
you can't complain really.
And you got the likes of Liverpool spent 100-odd million. Okay, because of the last week, they've gone 9 points clear of us. But had we won, had we won at Burnley, it would have been 2 points behind them. So I know it's all ifs and buts, but hey, that's football. It's
you never know.
Football's not written on paper, is it? We should beat Burnley, but of course it's played out on a football field, and they were better than us on the day. Chelsea were better than us. Arsenal were better than us. But unfortunately,
Chelsea were absolutely terrible, and it's just like everyone manages to turn up for us.
Yeah, I mean they do, and like I said, it is. I feel like we are literally the most hated club ever. And
in Premier League,
in the Premier, yeah, for sure. No one likes us, but so what if no one?
Again, I'll say this forever. I think is everyone don't like us because they know that we're good and they know that we stand a chance. It's just we never get to that.
Yeah, definitely. But hey,
I mean, what can anyone ever really say to us? Trophy. That's the only
kickback. Unfortunately, that's the only kickback. And the reason we get that, I think the reason we get that kickback is because we are doing well, and the likes of the Arsenal fans, they don't like it. They don't like that their top 4 place has gone to us, and the Chelsea fans.
But even like Man United fans, whilst they were down there, they didn't like that.
But they're a little bit more. See, I find Man United fans a little bit more kind of receptive to us. They will say. They say it as it is. I think Arsenal and especially Chelsea fans,
and I think West Ham fans.
Yeah, hell.
Honestly, they are probably one of the most hated teams.
Yeah, I just find. I mean, we've got to play West Ham, so we've got a tough run in actually, and let's get through the Dortmund game tonight. I do believe in my heart of hearts that we will get through to the semi-finals.
I mean, you think we're going to win the Champions League?
Oh yeah. By the way, I've had £5 on us to win the Champions League. Call it craziness, but I thought, you know what, at 20-1, it was worth a shot. Comes through, I win 100 quid, and of course the Champions League trophy will be
the Champions League
at the new
trophy.
stadium. But again, that's just me being a typical Spurs fan.
It's the hopefulness.
Just not. I don't want to say hoping, because I think we're such a good side. We really are. And you know, is it really that bad? We've got the potential of getting through to the quarterfinals, which is one better than last year. And yeah, we're still in the top 4, even after a poor week. I like to take the positives. So so for me personally, on leaving you, I think that, like I said, we will get through tonight. It may be a bit helter-skelter, it may be a bit scary, and it might be tight. But hey, you know, since when do Tottenham do things comfortably? Hey,
no,
so,
we like to make it as uncomfortable as possible.
So on that note, myself and Maya, we would like to leave you, and we're going to say, come on, you Spurs!